So I get approached by companies a lot who are looking for a way to build their modernization capabilities, which is kind of confusing to me because technology is always changing, and I think that the tech industry is pretty much the modernization industry. It's what we do, and what was modern 2 years ago is pretty much commonplace now and needs to be replaced next year. It never ends. There isn't a modernization initiative. It simply is tech. Modernization for modernization's sake doesn't make any sense because it basically creates a lot of tension and a lot of wasted effort. If you have a goal like we're going to modernize so many enterprise systems by the end of the fiscal year, and that so many is usually a specific number that has been pulled out of someone's hat, your team's going to be kind of lost. What do we mean by an enterprise system? What is the definition of modern, and how do we know it's even the right thing to do? And when does that fiscal year end again? So I like to think of modernizing like hunting, so, something very basic. It's something we're going to do anyway. It describes kind of a way of life. It's not a self-contained activity. We need to keep our enterprise systems safe, and we need to feed them, and we need to do that just the same way that we need to get food for the village. But the village elders aren't going to implement a hunting initiative. They're just going to tell the hunters what to go hunt. Knowing what you're going to go hunt is a goal you can understand. You know the weapons you're going to need, and you know how big your team has to be. You know who you're going to want on that team. And knowing that what you're going to hunt is going to feed the village is something that you can visualize. It's something you can see in your mind. When you get back with what you set out to get, you have that sense of accomplishment, that sense of satisfaction that you did this well. And honestly, if you failed, you didn't meet that goal that you could see in your head, well, you know you can do it better next time. But at least this particular hunt is over. Our technical initiatives become this kind of ongoing grind when we don't have any idea why we're being asked to do something, when we deliver what we were guessing at, only to find out that it's the wrong tool set, or we don't know why it was even set aside, and then we're asked to change it, and then keep changing it, and we never really quite get to a place where we're done, and it's never clear to even let you know if you're getting close, because there is no close in an ongoing initiative like that. And this is why I like to define attainable projects around clear outcomes, not these big, broad, vague initiatives. You don't just announce, we need to add 150 new spears by the end of season, and then expect everyone to be running around with spears. And even if everyone has spears, what are they accomplishing? Why does Granny and why does the toddler, who can barely lift their spears, have those spears? And I think everyone's still kind of hungry. If we start with, the village doesn't have enough protein and people are hungry, then we can figure out the best projects to support getting more protein. It might turn out we don't need 150 new spears by end of Q1 because there might be a big pool with fish and we could just weave nets. Making nets to catch the fish to feed the village is understandable. And when we do all have that big fish fry up, it's a satisfying project. Goals are really important, and context for those goals are really important. What we're trying to accomplish and why are just kind of basic human questions, and somehow to think that we don't care about the what and the why because we're going to get a paycheck, it's soul crushing. It's inhuman. And you need a clear vision, and you need to put that vision into something that people can wrap their brains around. If your vision gives you the context like the village is starving, then you can define goals more clearly. And the clearer the goals, the easier you can make real decisions around real projects that can satisfy that vision and feed the village.